Come here, Winston. Come here. You want to come say hi so then maybe you can chill out a little bit and relax? Okay. Oh, Winston. He's doing so good. He's getting so big, growing so fast. But he needs to come say hi. You're still my best bud. You're still my best buddy. Winston keeps running into the tripod. Eddie wants in my lap. Like, it's pure chaos in here. Hi, welcome to my channel. Today we are trash talking. We are going through all of my empties. Since I started my channel, I have been saving all of my beauty empties. It's kind of a weird thing to do. I wanted to do it because I have fully completed these products. I can give you my thoughts on them and whether or not I will repurchase them, whether or not I have repurchased them, and what I have actually been using so much that I have used up. We have got hair care, we've got skincare, and we've got a few makeup products. So let's just get right into it. I have got a lot of stuff here to get through, and I have some strong opinions on some of it. I'm not going to go in any particular order. I will try, but everything is just kind of shoved in this bin, and so I'm just going to kind of grab for, what I can reach first. So we are going to start with these two products. This is the Necessaire Rosemary Shampoo and Conditioner. As I've stated several times in my videos, I am going through breast cancer treatment. I hate to sound like a broken record, but I take medications that cause hair loss. They can cause hair loss. One of them is an estrogen inhibitor, and the other is Kisqali. And the side effects of both of those medications can be hair loss. So in order to combat that or try to head it off, I purchased the Rosemary hair care line. When I first started using this, I liked it, but as time went on, I felt like it was really drying out my hair. And honestly, I couldn't wait to be finished with it. I didn't want to waste it. I wanted to use it up, and I did. I don't love it, and I will not be repurchasing it after using it for a couple of months or however long those bottles lasted. My hair was feeling very dry, and I couldn't wait to move on to something else. Speaking of what I moved on to, it was the Redken acidic bonding line. I haven't used up the shampoo and conditioner, but I did use up this leave-in treatment. It's just a leave-in conditioner. I have not repurchased it yet. I am using an Olaplex serum right at the moment, but I probably will repurchase this after I finish that. Okay, another hair care item that I used up was the Amika the Kure Intense Bond Repair Mask. This was great. It's a very nourishing mask. I used this pretty much every time I shampooed my hair, and I really did like it. I have not repurchased it because I am still using the Briogeo birthday cake Don't Despair Repair hair mask, and I'm loving it. I'm almost finished with that. The next hair care product I used up is the Purology Color Fanatic. This is a wonderful leave-in conditioner. It is a spray leave-in conditioner. It works so well. It's a heat protectant. It does, 21 things for your hair or something. It's a really, really good product. I have purchased this several times over the years. I have repurchased it. I use it every time I shampoo my hair. And the next hair care empty I have is the K18 Peptide Prep Shampoo. I love this shampoo. This is a repurchase for me. I think I've owned 3 bottles of this being the third. So this is a product that I continue to repurchase. It's a gentle detox clarifying shampoo. It doesn't dry out my hair. I really, really enjoy this. I have not repurchased it at this point, but I'm sure that at some point in the future I will. It is a clarifying shampoo that doesn't leave your hair feeling stripped or dry or, how some clarifying shampoos, you rinse them out, your hair kind of feels like straw, like it's screaming for moisture. This one doesn't do that. It is very gentle, but very effective. Really like this. Okay, speaking of a clarifying shampoo that leaves your hair feeling like straw, this is just a little trial size, but I had to keep it because I had to talk about it. This is a clarifying detox shampoo. This wrecked my hair. Wrecked it. One of the harshest clarifying shampoos that I have ever used. The way that my hair felt after this, it took me a week to get it back to feeling like hair again. I had to save this because I had to talk about it because I don't recommend this at all. I would never put this in my hair ever again. It was that bad. A harsh no, a hard no. The Fable and Mane Smooth and Shine Hair Oil. I did use this entire thing up. I really, really enjoyed this. It was a hair oil that you could put on and instantly your hair just felt nourished and soft. Really, really nice. I have not repurchased this because I have a huge bottle of the Bread hair oil that I'm trying to get through. You get so much product in that hair oil. I had no idea when I purchased it that it was so much product. So I haven't purchased another hair oil because I am working my way through that one. I didn't want to purchase another one until I use that one up. But this was fantastic and I would repurchase it again. I think next time I want to do the Olaplex oil. I've used that one in the past and I really like that one too. But right now I'm working my way through the bread. But I really did like this. This was a very nice, very nourishing oil and it smells fantastic. We're going to move into skincare. We are going to start with this Necessaire The Body Retinol Serum. This container is 5.1 ounces and I feel like I went through this pretty quick and I didn't find it to be super nourishing. To be fair, it's not a moisturizer, it's a body serum. It is a retinol for the body, but I didn't love it. I would not repurchase this. I didn't see any results from it. It didn't really do much of anything and I still had to layer another moisturizer on top of it. I purchased the Naturium body retinol and I am loving that one. That's the one that I'm using right now. And I do feel like that one is a little more nourishing. It feels better on the skin. So I think I would repurchase that one versus repurchasing this one. I just wasn't super impressed with this, to be honest. Vegan Kombucha Essence by Dr. Ceuracle. And this is something that I have repurchased several times. I highly recommend this. Like I said, I have repurchased it over and over and over. I love it. I have not repurchased it yet because I have so many essences that I am working my way through, but I absolutely will repurchase this. It's just a staple in my routine. You can kind of see there's just the slightest bit in the bottom there. It's a very milky essence and it's so moisturizing, but not heavy. Love it. I used up the Iris and Romeo, the Reset Hyaluronic Serum Spray. This was really nice. I bought this in the summer when my skin was kind of dehydrated because I was outside a lot. I used it morning and night several times a day because it was so moisturizing. It's like a milky essence, I would call it. I have not repurchased it. I don't have any plans to. I liked it, but I'm not missing it, if that makes sense. Not something that I wish I had again, but I did like using it. I also used up a HaruHaru Wonder cleansing oil. This is the Black Rice Moisture Deep Cleansing Oil. This is fantastic. I use a cleansing oil mostly just to remove my eye makeup and, like as a first cleanse. And this is a great one. The price is right on the HaruHaru Wonder products. I have not repurchased this yet. I can see myself repurchasing it in the future. Right now I'm using the Allies of Skin cleansing balm and that is working for me. When that runs out, I will probably go back to this though because I really did like it. I also used up the Naturium Barrier Bounce. This stuff is so good. So good. This is a very squalane heavy product. It has that squalane scent. It smells like the Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint. If you've smelled that squalane smell also smells like the Typology tinted serum. I don't mind that scent. In fact, I kind of like that scent, but a lot of people don't. So if that scent bothers you, you will not like this. But this is one of the most nourishing, moisturizing serums I have ever put on my face, and it's priced so well. It has squalane and ceramides. It's just a wonderful, barrier supportive serum, and it's incredibly moisturizing and hydrating. I have not repurchased this, but I will. This is something that I absolutely love. Right now I'm using Allies of Skin, and I'm trying to mostly use Allies of Skin to get my head around that brand. So I have not repurchased this. I can see myself definitely repurchasing it in the future. Another Naturium product that I used up is the Multi-Peptide Advanced Serum. This is just a peptide serum. It reminds me of the Rhode Peptide Glaze, she calls it, that little serum. This is very similar to that in my opinion. I like this one a little bit better than the Rhode. The Rhode, I like the serum, but the packaging fails me. I've purchased that 3 times, and once you get close to the bottom, it's like it no longer pumps anything out, and you have to unscrew it and pour it out. It's a pain, the packaging. Maybe they fixed it, but I like this one better. This is another mini that I got, probably a point perk somewhere. It's a Tula Probiotic and Superfood Moisturizer. This is a fine moisturizer. There isn't really anything special about it. It didn't do anything very well, but it also didn't have any adverse effects either. It's fine. The Good Genes all-in-one lactic acid treatment. This stuff is just so good. This isn't something that I use year-round or even consistently because I do have very sensitive skin. I don't like anything that like strips the skin, but occasionally you do need a good exfoliant. And this is a gentle exfoliant that I can use a couple of times a week, and it doesn't damage my skin barrier or dry my skin out or make me flaky. It's really, really nice. So I have not repurchased this yet, but I will repurchase it. This is something that I always repurchase off and on. Okay, I'm back from another allergy fit. Something in the air is just really, really, I feel like my eyes are swelling. Yeah, I'm having some issues, but I'm going to try to get through this. This is the Fresh Kombucha Treatment Essence. This stuff is so nice. It's so expensive. That's why I just have this little bottle. I wanted to try it before I committed to the full size. I really liked this, but honestly, if I'm being honest, I like this one better. This is also a kombucha tea essence, but you get so much more, and it's just more moisturizing. So this, I will not be repurchasing this, even though I enjoyed it. I'm going to stick with this one. I used up the Merit Great Skin Instant Glow Serum. This is something I have owned more than once. I've gone through a couple of these. I really, really like this product. It's a oil in serum, very moisturizing, very nourishing. I have not repurchased this at this point because I have so many glowy primer type products that I'm trying to get through. I really do like the Merit Great Skin, and I do highly recommend it. The packaging is beautiful. It's glass. It feels luxurious. Merit logo on the cap. I will probably repurchase this in the future. I've not repurchased it yet. Also, to go hand in hand with that, I also finished the Great Skin Priming Moisturizer. This is like a thick, almost like a cream. It kind of reminds me of the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base, like that thick silicone feel. It feels like a thick smoothing layer on your skin, and it is a great primer. I haven't repurchased it yet. I would consider repurchasing it in the future, but right now I'm not missing these because I have so many, nourishing primers. I also used up the Bloomeffects Tulip Dewdrop. This says multivitamin glow serum. I was so disappointed in this. It pills so bad. You can't put anything else on top of it. Even if you use this alone, like I couldn't even use this at night because anything that I put on top of it would pill. If I use this as a last step, it would make everything else pill. It was very hard to even use alone. That's what I tried to do just to use it up. I would just like use it as a very last step just to get through it. But this is an absolute fail for me. I don't recommend this, and I would never repurchase it. I went through a bottle of this Fervor fermented black tea facial cleanser, or cleansing milk is actually what it's called. This was really nice. I really liked it and tried to find it, and it's sold out on the website. So I don't know what the deal is with this, but I really did enjoy this. This is like a discontinued product. I don't know. I'm mentioning it, but I don't want to spend too long on it because you can't find it. The next skincare product that I want to talk about, the Audacité Intense Eye Repair Cream. This is another product that I purchased during the Credo Friends and Family sale, and I wanted like a heavy duty eye cream. I was very disappointed in this. I couldn't wait to get through it so I could move on to something else. I want something very moisturizing, very nourishing, just a little more heavy duty than my regular moisturizer. And I found that to be just a little thin. It didn't do anything. Like I didn't notice any difference using it versus not using it. So I don't recommend this. I have no plans to repurchase this. I'm using right now the Allies of Skin eye cream and loving it. I used up a mini of the Youth to the People adaptogen cream. I really, really liked this. This was fantastic. This was my first experience with any Youth to the People products, and this was really, really good. It was kind of a lightweight cream. It wasn't super heavy, but it was very nourishing, very moisturizing. I might pick this up during the Sephora sale because I really did enjoy it that much. I also used up the Kure brightening day cream. It's looking a little rough, but this is just like your basic moisturizer. You can get it at Target. It's a great base for makeup. I have not repurchased it. It feels quite smoothing on the skin. Well, I remember what I don't like about this. I mean, I love how it feels on the skin, and it does give you a very smooth base. Like it's great for a primer, but it smells really, really heavily like orange oil. It's very intense smell. Too intense. I used up a mini of the RMS Luxe cream. This was nice, but it wasn't really anything special. I can't even really remember what I thought of it. You know what I mean? It was kind of like, it was okay. It didn't do anything that upset me, but it also didn't do anything that I felt the urge to repurchase it that felt like different or special to any of my other creams. I think it came with one of my Credo purchases. It was a decent size. It's half an ounce. So I got to use it quite a bit, and it did feel very nourishing and not super heavy on the skin. It was nothing special. This is the Ranavat Brightening Facial Oil, the Brightening Saffron Facial Oil. This is a mini. I've repurchased this mini, this tiny little size, like 3 times because the big bottle is so expensive. And I don't know, it makes me feel better to just purchase the tiny one because I'm like, it's $35 for this little bitty baby oil. But man, is it a beautiful facial oil. It really is nice. It smells very strong of rose, and I don't like the smell of rose, but I like this oil so much that I've repurchased this little tiny mini like 3 times. I just can't bring myself to spend $135 on an oil. I don't know why. I haven't repurchased this because I'm using another oil that I actually really like. Something about this oil really does brighten your skin, even it out. It's a beautiful oil. I will repurchase a full size of this once I run out of the oil that I'm using because I really, really like this. Okay, now we're going to get into some products that really, really pissed me off. I'm going to talk about some that I completely wasted my money on, and that is the True Botanicals line. So I bought all of these items because I wanted to exclusively use True Botanicals and see if it made a difference in my skin, because I have seen people rave about these products. I saw Brooke Shields rave about them, and I love Brooke Shields, and I was just like, well, if Brooke Shields uses it, it's got to be good. I know I'm going to offend somebody, or I hope that I don't offend anybody. This is my experience with these products. This cleanser was fine. It's just the Nourishing cleanser. It was fine. It did a fine job cleansing my face. I did not like the smell of it. I didn't like that it didn't lather. It cleansed my skin, but it didn't really feel like it was cleansing my skin when it was happening, if that makes sense. It was just fine. That's it. Just fine. The Tula Active Serum, this again was just fine. I didn't notice it doing anything good for my skin. I wanted to like fully commit to these products and exclude almost everything else except my essences, and that's what I did, just to see how my skin would react to these products, because these products are expensive and they have great reviews. Sadly, they did not work for me. I don't even know what to say about it, honestly. It wasn't very cosmetically elegant. I will say one thing about all of the products in the True Botanicals line is none of them are cosmetically elegant. I'm talking about how they felt on the skin. My experience of using them, it did not feel like a luxury experience at all. It did not like the feel of this. It didn't feel hydrating, nourishing. Same thing with the Repair Nightly treatment. I had heard such good things about this Repair Nightly treatment, and it again was just a product that I put on. It didn't feel nourishing. It didn't feel hydrating. It didn't plump the skin. I don't feel like it did anything. This product right here, I have never been so frustrated with a skincare product, truly. Truly. I mentioned the Bloomeffects and the pilling issue that I have with this, making it almost unusable. It was nothing compared to this. Nothing. This is the Chibula Extreme Cream. This has, if you look at Nordstrom or Credo, anywhere that carries this, people love this product. I cannot figure it out. I tried this every kind of way that I could. It pilled so bad. I mean, so bad that it would be all in my hair. It would be all over my pillow at night or in the morning. I would wake up and there would just be smudges of this mixed with all of my skincare. Like horrible. I mean, this was horrible, horrible. Here's the thing. I don't like to waste things. This was an expensive cream. I'm going to use it up. I'll just use it on my body, because on the body, you don't have any other skincare. Typically, I don't, right? It's just your skin. And so surely it's not going to pill because it's not going to mix with anything. It pilled on my body. I couldn't even use it on my body. I did. That's how I got rid of it. When you've got 50 mils of something or 1.7 ounces, it only takes a few uses to get rid of it if you're rubbing it all over your body. And that's what I did. It still pilled. It still didn't do a great job. I got to get through it because I can't bring myself to just throw it in the trash. That's what I did. I would never repurchase this. I would never recommend that anybody purchase this. It was an absolute, complete, unequivocal fail. Okay, so I think all we've got left are makeup products, except I do have this Evolve Insta Volume Volumizing Mousse. I think Credo sent me a huge package of minis during one of their promotions, and this was in there. And I do have curly hair. I mean, you can't tell right now because I've been blow drying it and styling it, but I do have curly hair. And so sometimes I will leave my hair curly, and this is a volumizing mousse. This is pretty sticky. I'm not a fan of it. It doesn't really have a lot of hold. I guess you could say that it is volumizing because it like separates them. That creates volume. Maybe it would work for people with straight hair, but I feel like it's a little too like sticky for that, or tacky or gritty for that. I used it because it was a freebie. Now we are on to makeup. We first have the Give Most Def Brow Pencil. Now this isn't fully empty. I think it's close, but I'm just giving up on it. It's almost gone. It's gone enough. It was fine brow pencil, but they don't even have it on Sephora anymore. I don't know what's going on with Give Beauty. I retired it. I'm kind of sad about this because this is a fantastic mascara. It's called Can't Stop Staring. This was a great mascara. Again, I don't know what's going on with Give Beauty, but I really did enjoy that mascara. Another mascara that I am retiring, it is not empty. It is the Iris and Romeo Peptide Lash Thickening Mascara. This mascara and I have a sordid history. I think this was in one of my very first YouTube videos. I hauled this and then I tried it and I wasn't impressed with it. It didn't really do much to my eyelashes. Then it ended up in a monthly favorites because it thickened up and became fantastic. Really knocked my socks off there for a month, and now it's back to me not really liking it. Can you see how much product is caked up on that wand and how thick it is? It's so thick. The stopper doesn't take enough product off. So you've got this giant brush with tons of product all over the brush, all over the bristles. And when I put it on my lashes, it inevitably gets in my eye now because there's so much product there that it's just like it's depositing so much on my lashes that if I blink, it gets on my bottom lashes and ends up in my eye because there's so much product on the wand. And I am not about to like dry off my mascara wand with a paper towel every day just so I can use the mascara. So this has gone from being a fail to a favorite to a fail. And I think it's just time for me to move on. I have had it a long time, to be fair. I've had it since November. Yeah, so it's time. It's been 4 months. I need to let it go. I will not repurchase that, but I did enjoy it for a while. It's just time to say goodbye to her. Another product that I used up is the RMS Beauty Re-Evolve Radiance Locking Primer. This is a fantastic primer. It is refillable. I don't have any plans to repurchase it right now. As I've said before in this video, I have so many nourishing, hydrating, glowy primers that I'm not missing that at this point, but I did really enjoy it. It's a great primer. In the same vein as that is the Westman Atelier Peau de Pêche Liquid Super Loaded. It's similar to the RMS. This one is more hydrating, more like oil, more heavy. It's a beautiful priming product. To me, it's not a highlighter. It's like kind of a primer, like a glowy primer, a glowy base. Really, really nice. This is not a must repurchase for me. I'm glad to have been able to use it up, but it's not something that I have repurchased and I don't really have any plans to because I'm not missing it. I also used up a Kulfi brow gel. This should come as no surprise. Probably my favorite brow gel. I will be repurchasing this during the Sephora sale. It's kind of like a pomade, but it's got some hold to it. A lot of brow pomades really don't. That one does. It's a little bit thicker, a little bit heavier, but it doesn't flake, it doesn't smudge, and that's a big deal to me because my brows are so dark. So if anything flakes or smudges, it looks not good. It looks like I've got something wrong with me. I also used up a Cali Ray Blurring Blush. I could probably get another use out of that. I think it's time to let her go. I had this for probably about a year and loved it. The Cali Blurring Blushes are so darn good. I just wish that they had more colors. This is the lightest shade that they have, and it's pretty intense on me. I wish that they had more nudes. They're all very, very vibrant, bright colors. They need more shades because that formula is fantastic. Speaking of Cali Ray, I also used up one of the Hideaway color correctors. This was my summer color in the corrector. It is in the shade Golden Hour. This is not completely gone, but it has started to kind of go off. I can see it separating in the tube and it's starting to smell funny. So I'm letting this one go. It is mostly gone though. So I'm just going to let it go. Here's the shade of that. As you can see, it's very deep on me right now. It works in the summer, but I'm letting her go because I feel like I got my money's worth with that. I used it nonstop last summer. I did pick up a new shade for winter, spring, whatever season that we're in right now. And I think it will last me into the summer too. I cannot recommend the Cali Ray correctors enough. Like seriously, if you have not tried those and you have mature aging under eyes and you have dry, crepey skin and you get creases and crinkles, take a look at the Cali Ray. Just try it. Let me know what you think. We're getting close. We're getting close. I also used up my Kosas lip liner. That is the shade Beyond. This is a beautiful, this is a beautiful lip liner. I love this lip liner formula. It's so long lasting. The shade is gorgeous. I have not repurchased it, but I'm not against repurchasing it. If I miss it, I will repurchase it. It's a really good formula. I also used up my Ceuracle, The Adults Are Talking Lip Balm. This lip serum, this was a very good lip balm. It's $42 and I went through it in a month. So I will not be repurchasing it, not because I didn't like it, but because the value to me is not there. Like I have other lip balms that last way longer, that cost way less, that are just as effective. Another lip balm that I used up is the Tatcha. Look at the packaging. It's so cute. I went through this stuff. It is not one that I would repurchase. And the reason why is because I went through it because it was not very nourishing or hydrating. I felt like I put it on and then it would just kind of disappear. It was very thin, gloopy, and not very nourishing. I was not impressed with this. I love the packaging. I did not love this and I will not be repurchasing it. And another lip balm is the Rhode Peptide lip balms. These are really, really good. I've owned several of these. I really, really like the Rhode lip balms, the clear. I'm not a fan of the tinted Rhode lip balms. The colors don't seem to apply even. They're very sheer. I find the Rhode lip balm to be just every bit as good as the Ceuracle and leaps and bounds better than the Tatcha. So while I have not repurchased this yet, I will repurchase the Rhode lip balm. I have repurchased it so many times, and I will be repurchasing it probably when it comes to Sephora. Okay, we're almost done. We're almost done. I'm throwing this teeny tiny little remnant of my Tower 28 pencil in the shade Work of Art because it's almost too small to hold and sharpen. I've got a few more uses out of it, but I'm going to go ahead and let her go because she is very tiny and she keeps getting lost in amongst all of my things. But the Tower 28 lip liners are really nice and they're so reasonably priced. And the colors are beautiful. I really like them. I'm wearing the Tower 28 lip liner in Draw Me right now. Tower 28 lip liners are great. They're very blendable. They're not the longest wearing, but they're long enough wearing that I'm happy with them. They are only $15. So yeah. Incredible value for those. All right, I used up 2 eyeliners. I used up the Sochi Waterproof Precision Eyeliner. This is an eyeliner that has almost an eyebrow pencil size, like tiny, tiny, tiny little eyeliner. This is a really good formula. I really liked it, but I flew through this. Flew through it. I probably used this 6 or 7 times and it was gone. Not a repurchase for me, but I did really like it. And the formula is great. I just wish that it lasted longer or you got more product or the price was lower for, the time that it lasts. Like I need my eyeliners to last like 3 months, like a mascara. I also used up the House Labs liquid liner. I really liked this, but I feel like it dried out really, really quickly, like really quickly. This lasted about a month too. That's just not enough for me. I would not repurchase this even though I did really enjoy it. I just wish that it had more product in it. That is not a repurchase for me because I just don't want to be purchasing an eyeliner every month. I also used up the Victoria Beckham Baby Blade. I put in an effort to use this up because the shade was wrong for me. It's a very warm brown and it was way too warm for me. This is great. It's a great product. I love the shape of it. I love the way it feels. It feels like a luxury product. Like Victoria Beckham products are fantastic. And I probably will pick up a cooler shade as soon as I get through some of my other brow products because I really do like this. The shade was just a little off for me, but that's not a fault of the product. That is my fault for ordering the wrong shade. This is not an empty, but I have to talk about this because I'm giving up on it because I have to. Not because I choose to, but because I have to. This is the Lisa Eldridge Elevated Glow Serum. I did a full face of Lisa Eldridge and used this, loved it, raved about it. But let me just show you what has happened. Can you see how clumpy it is there? And it's not only clumpy. It's not only clumpy there. Do you see how clumpy that is when you swatch it? It has chunks in it. It has clearly gone off. I cannot get it to come back together. Do you see all the chunks in those swatches? I have shaken this. I have tried stirring it. I have taken the dough foot out and tried to mix it up to get it to come together, and it won't. It is horrible. So gross. Even just looking down into the product, it's chunky. It's chunky. It is a separated, chunky mess. And I am so disappointed in this because this is a product that I bought specifically for that video. It was one of the products that I didn't have that I needed to like test everything. It's completely unusable because not only is it chunky, but the pigments have separated in there. And so you've got some darker pigment, some lighter pigment. The textures are so wrong. I can't make it work. And listen, when I tell you that I don't like to waste products, I don't like to waste products. I will use them up on the body for a different purpose. Like I would have used this as a body serum or mixed it in with a lotion and made like a body glimmer, but it's so chunky and separated. It doesn't even spread out evenly on the skin. I'm hoping that you can see that. I don't know if how separated it is going to show because it's a shiny product. The lights might be reflecting on it. Completely unusable. And I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed. Let me know if you have this product and you have experienced a similar issue. Am I the only one? Did I just get a defective one? I'm leaning towards that. I haven't really heard people mention that issue before, but to me, it's a complete flop. And although it is not an empty, I'm retiring it because I can't use it. It's not usable to me anymore in any capacity, unfortunately. And then the last thing real quick is perfume mini. I always buy minis because I'm not a big perfume person. Perfumes are not my thing. I've never been a big perfume person. I'm very sensitive to scents, and most perfumes are just so cloying and heavy. Like I sometimes smell people in public and it's like overwhelming, and I don't ever want to be that person where I walk in the room and people are like, oh. So I tend to use very, very light perfumes, if any perfumes at all. This is one that I purchased because I had seen that it was kind of a lighter scent. It didn't last very long. Let's just say I like sheer perfumes, if you will. This is Abbott Crescent Beach, and this was a beautiful perfume. This was a beautiful, like light, summery perfume. It took me forever to get through it because, like I said, I don't really wear a lot of perfume. This one I like. Very heavy, not super sweet, not super cloying. Just a nice light fragrance that wasn't super intense, didn't last super long, just like a light dusting of a fragrance. And I really, really liked it. I have not repurchased it, but I would consider it, or at least some other scents from this brand. And another product that I am retiring, it's the About Face The Performer foundation. This is a foundation that worked pretty well for me. I just can't with a doe foot anymore. The foundation, when you pull, and I'm not going to do it because it's going to splash, but there's such a suction in here with this component that when you pull it out, it splatters everywhere and you end up with foundation. I stained a pair of pants using this foundation. So it's just one that I'm going to let go. I did get a lot of use out of it, so I do feel like I got my money's worth. Although it is not a complete empty, it's got to be close. And, I feel like I used it enough. We're saying goodbye to that one. That completes this tour of my trash. I hope that you enjoyed it. We had quite a few empties in these first few months on YouTube, and now we're starting all over. And in a few months, I'll be back to talk about more trash. as always, thank you again for watching this video, for being here, just watching me, just taking time out of your day to listen to me ramble. I cannot tell you how much it means to me. I hope that if you liked this video, you'll give it a like and subscribe. I see a hair floating in front of me, and I will see you in my next video. And until then, please take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.